Hello, and welcome everybody to this TPT tutorial. Today I want to show you how to use Codebeamer with TPT, how to import requirements and test cases, as well as how to export test results. In case you want to learn how to export test cases from TPT to Codebeamer, please check out our other video on Codebeamer. So let's start by importing the requirements into TPT. In the menu bar, select Import Requirements and hit Next. Now select Codebeamer. Let's check out the preferences. Here you see the address of Codebeamer, and these are your login details. If you want to make sure the connection is established, you can test the connection by hitting this button here. Next, we have to select which requirements we want to import. Choose your project and select the tracker requirements. In this case, we are going to use our lights control example and import all comments as well. Next, the summary lets you check your settings once again. In the last step, you see all the requirements to be imported, which eventually show up in TPT here, such as requirement 2017, for example. Now we can proceed to the second task, which is importing the test cases into TPT. Again, hit the requirements section in the menu bar and now choose Import Test Cases. Select Codebeamer and choose Next. Now, make sure you select the same project as before, only now you want to select test cases as your tracker. At this point, you can choose whether to import hierarchy, test steps as documentation steps, and item URL as test case attribute. So far, so good. And now you can see all test cases to be imported. For one-time synchronization, we need to assign an ID attribute to all test cases. That means we tell TPT where to allocate these IDs here on the left. In our case, we select Codebeamer ID. What's more, we need to transfer the status types as well, so TPT knows how to interpret Codebeamer statuses. In our case, we are all set. In the next step, you can import additional categories that will be written into the test cases as attributes, like so, for example. Here you see the summary again, and finally, you can import your test cases into TPT. Just make sure to select Step List Test Cases if you want to import documentation steps as well. Hit Finish. And as you'll see with requirement 2017, the link between requirement and test case has been established. And these are the documentation steps shown in TPT. Here you see the corresponding steps in Codebeamer. Now we can proceed with the implementation of the test case, but we will fast forward through this step. Once you are ready, you can run your test case and then have a look at the test report. The test case has passed. As our last task, we want to export the test results back to Codebeamer. Select Requirements and then Export Test Results to Codebeamer. Since we only have one test case, we choose Selected Test Cases. The ID attribute will later tell us to which test case the result should be assigned. Next, as done before, we select the same project, and in this case your tracker is Test Runs. Hit Next and then Finish. If we go back to Codebeamer now, you can see that the test is marked as finished and passed. And that's it. Thanks for watching and happy testing.